Welcome to this introduction of Grid Runtime. Grid Runtime is designed to play back Grid Studio project files with only the artboard elements visible. This ensures that the configuration cannot be changed without proper authentication and authorization, making it ideal for installations where stability and security are crucial. To get started, we already have a project file here with an artboard, some frames already designed to work with the overall design, and that's going to be used as the intended user interface for the end user. Now, let's say we're going to add a quick little video hub, let's say, and we want to control basically or allow the user at the end of the day to do some basic routing on their side as well. So let's say we want to allow them to control the output one of this video hub. You can simply drag that out and create a dropdown. And let's say we place that inside one of the frame here so that they can be seen inside the UI. So we can do a very quick test. Let's just select that and keep that locked so we can see that actually being changed. So we can open up the internal board player. Open that up, and now we can see we can select the inputs to 4 for output 1, and you can see that that's actually being changed on the main system just through this interface here. Great, so that is working. Now, the next thing is to make sure that everything is fully set up properly to be used for runtime. What you would need to do is to create a grid viewer. Let's just unlock the inspector. You would select a grid viewer. And the key thing here is that you need to make sure that the grid viewer is actually using the loopback IP address. And once you have configured this grid viewer will be the viewer that is used by runtime to load and actually communicate within itself to then start up the whole project and have all of the user interface to load through this grid viewer. And as a second test to make sure that everything is fully up and running, we also have a web viewer here within the project. So we can open up a browser. Let's just refresh that, make sure that everything is loaded correctly. And we can then jump into the different views. And as you can see under the Studio tab, there is already this drop down, which is controlling that video hub. So now everything is up and running. And just a gentle reminder as well is that under the preference project settings, you would want to make sure that the web server is actually selected to use all of the interface that is available to this machine. This is by default, but just in case if this has been changed at some point in time during your project file, but you now want to enable this project to be used with runtime, you would want to switch this back to the 0.0.0.0 IP address, just so that we can actually have access to all of the network interface available to the machine. And the reason for that is that because the grid viewer is using the loopback, while of course, for example, some of the other devices like the web viewer might want to use another network interface. So now everything is up and running. We can then just do a save on our project file, and we can then start to open it up in runtime. So here we are. We have the project that we have just saved in the File Explorer. And what you need to do is simply just right-click onto that project file, and you can then open it up with the Grid Runtime. So once everything has been loaded, you can then see that the that grid viewer is used and is actually loaded the user interface as defined within the project file. And as you can see, you can switch to the different tabs, and we can actually see this exact same user interface. And equally, we can then also come in here and also select a different inputs for that output for the video hub. And we can do then another very quick test with the web browser. And let's just do a quick reload of that. And then you can then see now this is also controlling exactly the same output and switching the inputs as well. So both is possible, and you can see we're also pinging off from a separate IP address, not the loopback IP address as well.